Perhaps you can judge something for me, settle a debate I've been having with myself in my mind. Me and my friends in Baldur's Gate 3 co-op multiplayer, I think I would say we're the good guys, right? Defenders of peace, justice, the innocent, all that. The only thing is, it's just that, so how do you feel about genocide?
Just in case he moves.
I know, it sounds bad, but they were goblins. Well, at least they were the first time, but I'll worry about explaining our second genocide later. Goblins kill people, eat people. They're belligerent beasts. They even bully the poor little owl bear cub. Let's just ignore the fact that my party are the ones who killed the owl bear cub's mother and then wanted to kill the cub too, but I stopped them. Point is, animal cruelty is real scummy, and that's like the goblins' favorite thing to do. So come on, you're not gonna sit there and defend goblins to me, are you? So it's not such a big deal if me and my boys were to, say, wipe out an entire camp of them, and have a lot of fun doing it.
Wait.
That's foul.
Picked them up, threw them like Donkey Kong. Funniest shit I ever seen. Look, goblins are clearly meant to be the bad guys here. You are meant to have zero sympathy for them. Even the developers of the game think so. You know how I know that? Because during my party's raid on the goblin camp, there were some demonstrably evil goblin children that were allowed by the game's code to end up dead. Now, I'm not gonna say how they died or what made them dead, but Your Honor, please, they were gonna sound the alarm. They're goblins. Goblins don't have rights. I know this really incriminates me, but I can't help but point it out. The goblins turned hostile. They only ever became hostile after they noticed we were murdering them. Me and my friends, we started the violence. But can you blame us? Goblins are evil and combat is fun in Baldur's Gate 3. Combat is really fun in Baldur's Gate 3. So for me and my friends, having an entire camp of enemies to slaughter, I mean do combat with, was like a ticket to Disneyland. It's just, well, as I stand in this silent sea of corpses, this camp once filled with belligerent, boisterous hustle and bustle, once filled with the life of a community that is now smothered by the quiet stillness of death, I cannot help but think, damn, I guess these goblins really ended up goblin these nuts. Okay, so maybe I'd be excused if the genociding ended with the goblins, but it did not. My friends and I made our way to the Githyanki camp. Now these Githyanki, hear me out, they're a real problem. They kill people. I don't know if they eat people, but they're belligerent beasts. They even bully the poor little creature in a box. I know I'm setting up parallels to the goblins here, but actually my party didn't start the fight this time. The Githyanki did. They tricked us and ambushed us. Well, first I picked the wrong dialogue choices and made my entire party's brains explode, so that was an instant game over. But after loading the quick save and avoiding that little accident, they tricked us and ambushed us. I had to leave my friends behind as I sneaked past the ambush to get to camp, which you might think would be traumatizing or even a little bit sad, but I actually thought it was pretty funny.
Nick,
I think shit's dead. Nick, he isn't breathing.
my last words. Don't worry, I'm sure he had a plan.
After reviving my friends at camp, we had to be realistic. Facing all those Githyanki head on would be super tough, especially on tactician difficulty. So I did what any sensible person would do in that situation. I threw a bomb.
Reload the
Counter spell?
damn.
Oh, thank you.
What'd you expect? The Githyanki started that fight, but me and my friends were damn well gonna be the ones to finish it. Their ambush was a gift, a free pass to morally kill them all. So I graciously dug my knuckles into the back of every Gith skull in the area. Except for Lae'zel, she's with us. I'm sure she's fine with killing her people and getting downed repeatedly because the rest of the party is too squishy and trying to avoid the enemy's attention. Especially me, I am taking none of the aggro from enemies. I'll be honest, there's no nice way of putting it. My character uses rat-like tactics, popping out of the shadows to deliver an electrifying two-piece meal of punches, like I'm playing Tekken and throwing out electric wind hook fists, then ducking back into the safe embrace of invisibility. Yes, that leaves the rest of my team open to being attacked in my stead. There have been several occasions where a fight ends and my friends are grievously wounded, but I'm still sitting cozy at full health. It's a damn shame. I'd love to be out there shielding them from blows with my body, but it just isn't meant to be. I'm too busy pretending to be a ninja warrior. It's a childhood dream. I'm sure my friends understand. In fact, if anything, they're probably happy to die for me. I know I would be. Oh, happy to die for me if I were them. I mean, I would never die for them. That would be ridiculous. Anyway, back to the Githyanki. We killed them all, every single one. Looted their corpses too, stole one of their eggs, sold it. Before you say anything, the person who bought it claimed the egg would be raised well. I'm sure we can trust them, right? The child would be way better off being raised by these random people than in the violent clan that we plucked it from. The child will know peace, right? And my monk sure does love peace. You just have to look past all the guts of his fallen enemies, which is kind of hard to do because they're usually splattered all over his face, and he's built like this. All the more muscle to embrace peace with, eh? Who am I kidding? How many bodies have we made fall? Me and my friends, we just love to brawl. I hate to admit it, but the writing's on the wall, and the closet, and the hall. Us, the goblins, the Githyanki, maybe we're not so different after all. By the way, I have a compilation of my favorite funny moments from Act 1 of this co-op playthrough on my other channel. The link to that is in this video's description. Thanks, bye!
Oh my god, he's down.
Oh no!
It's still shooting my corpse.
Leave him alone. Oh god.